Why haven't you taken more aggressive action in terms of rule writing here? Is it an issue of authority? It seems to be that you feel that a lot of these are classified as securities. So what's really holding you back from acting now, and what can
Well,
we expect from you?
Jennifer, I sort of, if I might just not accept the premise, we have rules in place for what it means to be an investment company.
Welcome back, everybody, to Altcoin Daily. You subscribe for daily videos on everything going on in the cryptocurrency market, daily news, opinion, perspective. That's exactly what we're doing today. There is a lot of news I want to share with you. Let's start right here. Gary Gensler, the chairman of the SEC, just went on Yahoo Finance Live and gave a really good interview. I'm going to share with you a couple clips. One of the big takeaways is that the SEC considers exempting crypto companies from certain securities laws. In brief, the SEC chair, Gary Gensler, hinted that the SEC might exempt the crypto market from certain securities laws. The reason for this is because Gensler wants to engage with the cryptocurrency industry and persuade them to work within the law. So certain cryptocurrency projects might be exempt from certain securities laws in the US. The hope is that the exemption will persuade more crypto companies to come into compliance with regulations in general. Either way, the SEC is thinking of offering the cryptocurrency market a more customized set of laws, which could benefit the industry as a whole. And surely this would benefit the industry. Obviously, Bitcoin is not a security. There's a lot of reason to think Ethereum won't be classified as a security. But what other tokens? Is there any? This seems to suggest that there is hope. Besides the obvious scams, there's room for crypto to thrive in the US. That's what it sounds like to me. Now, let me share with you a couple clips. Clip number one, well, if you're not going to regulate it like securities, what direction could you go? I loved the interviewer asks Gary Gensler, do you think the rules that apply to the equity disclosure regime could be applied to crypto?
Chair Gensler, given that you've said that nearly all tokens, with the exception of Bitcoin and perhaps Ethereum, would be classified as securities based on their use cases, how do you feel about applying the disclosure regime under current securities laws for equities to crypto?
So it's really an age-old concept. If you're raising money from the public and the public's anticipating profits based on the efforts of that common enterprise, that's a security. It's kind of a logical thing. And we at the SEC have a disclosure regime, as you said. I've said to the industry, to the lending platforms, to the trading platforms, come in, talk to us. We do have robust authorities from Congress also to use our exemptive authorities that we can tailor investor protection. And on your specific question about the tokens themselves, even tailoring what the disclosures might be, because maybe not all of the disclosures for somebody issuing equity are the same as a crypto token. But I would note we don't have the same disclosures for an asset-backed security that we do for a stock offering. So it's a thoughtful way to sort of tailor things.
So then just to be clear, Chairman, you would be open to applying the rules that apply to the equity disclosure regime to crypto rather than coming up with a whole new rule book?
No, I'm actually saying something a little different, Jennifer. I think that just as there's a difference between maybe asset-backed securities and an equity offering, there may be differences here as well. And so the public benefits by knowing full and fair disclosure and that somebody's not lying to them. Basic protections. And whether you're buying a crypto token or you're buying a security such as equities or a security such as an asset-backed security, those basic disclosures, because we in America let investors take risk. You get to decide what risk you want to take, but the person raising the money and selling you those financial assets ought to not defraud you, ought to give you the information so you can make your decisions.
So we're waiting and watching on that. And then she asks Gary Gensler directly, well, what can Americans expect in the coming months? Tell us, what kind of regulations are coming up? Clue us in.
What can we expect from the SEC in the coming months on the crypto regulatory front? I know that you've been working on a memorandum with the Commodities Futures Trading Commission to essentially come up with a single rule book so that you can both work more closely together, whether a token would be classified as a security or a commodity. How is that going? What can we expect there? What can we expect on the crypto regulatory front from you?
So more broadly, the public right now would benefit from investor protection around these various service providers, if you wish, the exchanges, the lending platforms, and the broker dealers. So we at the SEC are working in each of those three fields, exchanges, lending, and the broker dealers, and talking to industry participants about how to come into compliance or modify some of that compliance. We are also looking at the tokens, the stable coins, so to speak, and the non-stable coins. Separately, we do have discussions with the bank regulators and with our friends and colleagues at the CFTC, because as you said, and I've said publicly, something like Bitcoin is a non-security token, and thus send information over there, collaborate and coordinate as best we can.
So there is hope for fair cryptocurrency regulations in the US. I think there is hope, particularly because the genie is out of the bottle. And a lot of people that Gary Gensler rubs elbows with, financial institutions and people who work for them, they want clarity. They want it to be okay for them to use crypto. In fact, 3/4 of financial institutions expect to use crypto more in the next year. 76% of financial institutions expect to use crypto, their crypto use to increase within the next 3 years. 70% also want to use blockchain technology for payments. On the other side of the world, Putin signs law prohibiting payments with digital assets in Russia. So while 3/4 of financial institutions, 70% want to use crypto for payments, Russia and Putin is saying this is illegal to use Bitcoin and crypto for payments. President Vladimir Putin of Russia has signed into law a bill banning payments with digital financial assets. The legislation obliges exchange operators to refuse to process transactions facilitating the use of DFAs, a legal category, this is digital financial assets, a legal category currently covering cryptocurrencies as monetary surrogates. So this is an L for Russia. Perhaps eventually they'll pivot. Now, jumping back to America, and again, speaking of people who want to get paid in Bitcoin, NYDIG to provide the New York Yankees with Bitcoin payroll services. So the New York Yankees can now get some of their paycheck in Bitcoin if they want. On July 14th, 2022, the Bitcoin company NYDIG, a subsidiary of Stone Ridge, announced that the firm inked a multi-year deal with the Major League Baseball team, the New York Yankees. According to the partnership announcement, NYDIG will be the professional baseball team's official Bitcoin payroll platform. Awesome for the Yankees, awesome for Bitcoin, awesome for America. Let's talk about some altcoins. What do you guys think of Shib? Let me know in the comments below. Now, I'm not advocating investing in Shib. I own no Shib. It does carry a lot of baggage, being known as one of the biggest meme coins. Let's talk about it. Shiba Inu, first of all, reclaims its spot as the largest token holding among Ethereum whales. So the wallet addresses that hold the most Ethereum, the Ethereum whales, for whatever reason, they hold a lot of Shiba too. Multiple whales do. Now, Shiba Inu, obviously meme coin first, but it was really trying to shake off that branding. Shiba Inu's ecosystem is expanding. Can it shed its meme coin status? The Dogecoin killer has plans to develop an extensive crypto ecosystem, but will it be enough for the meme coin to transcend its light-hearted image? The key takeaways are, first of all, Shiba Inu exploded in 2021 thanks to its strong memes and community support. Now the ecosystem is looking to launch a Layer 2 network, Metaverse, play-to-earn game, and stablecoin. With little information available, it's still unclear whether Shiba Inu can get past its meme coin status, but they want to build out the Shiba Inu ecosystem, and they can do that since they are an Ethereum-based token, unlike Dogecoin, which, just like it's Bitcoin or Litecoin, you can only, send or receive Dogecoin, but with Shiba Inu, you can build out NFTs and DeFi and all that stuff. In other news, Ethereum devs have set a date for the merge. Ethereum is transitioning from proof of work to proof of stake this year. The date is September 19th. September 19th. Mark that date in your calendars. South Park. Did you guys see this? South Park slams Matt Damon's crypto ad in a pee drinking parody. A new South Park episode takes aim at crypto endorsements by Matt Damon, Gwyneth Paltrow, Reese Witherspoon, Larry David. That was funny. You got to see it. I'm not going to be able to play it here. And apparently this was I saw the clips. Apparently this was a whole movie they made, and it's basically just making fun of crypto the whole time. Are you bullish? Kind of makes me bullish. Let's finish up and talk about the opportunity in crypto. Let's start with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still the best long-term store of value on the planet. Show me anything else with a 10-year plus track record this good. I'll wait. Now explain to me why a fixed supply money with exponential growth potential in adoption would ever stop being the best long-term store of value. Obviously, this guy's a believer, and I'm a believer too. I think, for instance, Michael Saylor, some people make fun of him because the market's down. I think, given enough time, he's going to be seen as a freaking genius buying Bitcoin at 11K, at 30K, at 40K. Hopefully. I mean, that's the plan, right? And I know it doesn't seem like the cryptocurrency market can go up because we've been going down and it's bear market vibes for so long. You guys have severe recency bias. Think about it. In the last 2 years, we've onboarded institutions, became a cultural phenomenon, got Tim Cook to become a coiner, made nation states FOMO in, etc., stuff we go over all the time on this channel. None of this was remotely imaginable in 2018 and 2019. We're winning. Final piece of news, guys, and I'm really proud of this. After months and months of trying, many of you participated with us, tweeting with us, we finally got verified. Epic day. Thank you guys so much. We're almost at 1.2 million followers on Twitter, and now we're officially verified. I do want to give a big shout out to the person who nudged the right people to make this happen. I just want to thank Yusuf one more time for the help. If you're a notable person or project in this space, I would recommend you follow this guy. You hit him up if you want to get verified on Twitter. I really recommend going through this guy and, of course, say Altcoin Daily sent you, and then he'll probably even answer your messages. Anyways, thank you, Yusuf, so much. You're the man. We are now verified on Twitter. Got that blue check mark, but we're still the same guys. Still staying humble, stacking sats. Keep going. My name's Aaron at Altcoin Daily. See you tomorrow.